Welcome back to Beating Beat Block Part 3. That's what we're gonna do today. What we're gonna do today. We have our two categories. Let's spin the wheel. Whoa. What? How did that happen? That's so weird. So basically, do an abstract sort of instrumental. You're gonna want to look for, starting with the sample, you're gonna want to look for something lush, you know? Like lounge music, bossa nova. All my samples are gone. All of them are gone. Hey, it's me for the future. I wanted to ask one thing. Can you please comment an instrumental or a beat you want me to make something like a song you like? Please, I need ideas. I'm running out of ideas. I'm on my 5th episode and there's no more beats to make. Please, please, I'm begging. Is it? Yes, okay. You're gonna want to start with something, you know, lush, very beautiful sounding. I already sampled this before in the video that got corrupted. Please watch the visualizer I made. I swear to God, the video was completely done and then it deleted itself and all I had left was the visualizer, so please watch that. But I had this lounge music and I was listening. Is it this one? So there's this little section of this song and it sounds really cool in my opinion. But there's a very specific part coming up here. Yeah, those horns, right? So I pitched it down 5 semitones. And listen to how those horns like warp. And I was like, oh, that sounds cool. If you want to do sort of like abstract weirdo type beat melodies, you're gonna want to look for jazz, bossa nova, lounge music. Something with very minimal drums, which this kind of has in this area. The only problem is that weird shuffling at the top. So if we actually look at the sample that we have, it's this. I added a little bit of EQ to take the top off. Some reverb. And another EQ to boost the mids. And just a little bit of the low end. And you have this weird, you know, atmospheric thing. I also merged it so because there was stuff in the right ear only. If you want to go above and beyond with your weirdo type beats, find like a meme and use that instead. Like I'm thinking like Rainbow Six by JPEG Mafia.
Ha! What are you choosing Luigi for? He's crap!
Yeah, if you want to go above and beyond, you can use extra weirdo type stuff. You know that Protect Your Neck by Wu-Tang was made by putting a microphone instead of a paint can and hitting it with something. I'm not going to do that, but if you're super cool and awesome, you can do that. If you don't have to do that. You can also subscribe to be cool and awesome. Anyways, the drums are the second most important part. I wanted to hear trying to do a J Dilla instrumental. So first you have to start with the hi-hats, you know? And if you see with the metronome, they're not playing on beat, which is on purpose, I swear. At the beginning they kind of dragged out a little bit because I just shifted most of them forward, but don't shift all of them forward. You see this one's shifted more than that one, this one's shifted backwards, and there's these triple ones right here. Just push them wherever you want. Don't listen to the two-step thing. Don't listen. Editor, put the 1984 GIF on right now. Don't listen to what the FL Studio tutorials tell you. Now you want to go for a snare that's not actually like a normal snare. And these are also played, I think, randomly. Like this one's like on, but this middle one's ahead. Right? And then the kick pattern. I think the kick pattern is pretty good. It's very weird with a lower kick. I'm not trying to tune my kicks. I'm not trying to make melodies with my kicks. Don't do that. That's evil. But it sounds interesting when it goes down. You know, and also screw with the velocities a little bit, especially the ones that go into the snares. Like if you can see, some of these are actually layered on top of the snares. So you have the kick playing something, and the snare also playing it, and coincidentally they hit the same thing. Don't try to play, if you're gonna be doing weirdo type drums, don't look for one type of drum loop. Make it so you have one like kick pattern and then a separate snare pattern, and try to make those fit together, if that makes sense. And then finally some texturing, some perks. And these are like pitched way down. I had other perks, but they got corrupted, I think. Oh yes, and these shake thing. You can just barely hear it in the background. It's just used to make these two snares seem a little different. I recommend adding more perks, but you don't want to make everything feel cluttered. Now that's the end of the beat. Hope you enjoyed. I'm just kidding, this is the second part. Okay, this next part I actually have to go into a different project. Let me show you how to do some crazy weirdo type drum. Now I was trying to follow a drum and bass tutorial, and basically what the guy was saying was do a normal pattern, right? And I also wanted to add like these little like things right here, like for some texturing, and then he just said like scrunch it all down. And I was like, okay, and it turned out like this. And I was really confused why, but it didn't sound bad, so I just chose a loop, which is this one. A little bit of filter, cymatics, EQ, take off the top, boost the mids, and then reverb. Very wide reverb too, very atmospheric. And then I just combined them. I don't know how else to explain it, but again, just like do whatever with the drums. The drums do not matter. None of these hats are on. It doesn't even last from, it's literally half a measure, I think. But yeah, all together. So I rendered out the drums and got the sample, and I placed them back in here. And I had a little transition thing. So what I recommend with transitions is you continue the sample. So let's see. For a second you think that it's continuing it, but then you realize that this is something more, right? Also just find a point that sounds similar, like they both have those little xylophone type sounds. And if you want to keep it weird, you, keep the stretch on so it sounds like extra strained. And now that's it. That's how you make a weirdo type beat. Make sure everything's like weirdly pitched. This has no effects on here, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, I am. Guess that's it.